I have got nothing on this week's agenda, so this can either be a real short meeting or a real long one if we just feel like chatting. Either of you have any burning OCI things you want to talk about this week?
The silence is indicative of a very short call.
You know, we could interpret that sentence a little differently. Do you have any
burning?
Do you have any burning OCI topics that you'd like to discuss this week? No, I think we should avoid the spice. I think we're
So
good.
far, they're not on fire. It would be good. We've got KubeCon coming up November 12th. Just reread and make sure I spelled November right. It would be good to throw together some kind of agenda for that, whatever folks want to talk about, if there are going to be people in the room together. Figure out what makes sense for that meeting.
Are there going to be people in a room together?
Who was going to make it? Mike was going to make it, and Sam was going to make it. And then whoever else happens to be there that doesn't attend our meetings here, but sees there's OCI stuff and says, oh, hey, that would be fun. There are crazy people out there. Come on, you know it. So in addition to KubeCon prep, see other things I've got going on. I am going to start working on the conformance test rewrite at some point here. It's getting back to the top of my to-do list. The never-ending to-do list, but at least this is getting up to the top of the list. So I'll take a stab, see what happens. Make at least an attempt at redoing it. And otherwise, we've got a few TOB items sitting out there. So for the TOB members in the room, chime in on the mailing list. Let us know what you think over there. I am retired, Brian. This is what I do for fun.
In case you had any doubts about how twisted and masochistic Brandon is.
Guess on the TOB side, Sajay and Ram, if you had a chance to look at those open threads.
Yes, I did look at both of them. So the code of the first one was about the image tooling being retired. Yes, that's, I think it's a yes for me. The second one is a code of conduct. The language seems as reasonable as it can be. There is a code of conduct for CNCF also, right? So, and I'm surprised whether I don't know if Linux Foundation has its own code of conduct. because all of these bodies are under there.
Yeah, I don't know if CNCF, well, we're outside of CNCF, so I don't know if LF has something that would normally be an umbrella for everything, but we're just pulling from another upstream source and we've referenced that source already. So felt pretty.
Except for Sam's comment, which I agree with. I think I'm okay with that. No, the issue is to give you an LGTM, I need to be, I'm trying to sort that out because I do this from my work laptop and there are office policies on logging into Google Groups.
Oh,
So that's the hoop I had to jump. So I'll figure it out.
okay.
Ben, is there an issue for this one? I only see the email. I responded on the email.
Yeah, they're both on emails. Have you responded on the emails?
I just did.
Okay. So I hadn't seen you on the email threads.
Oh, okay, there's a pull request on image tools. Okay. Wait.
Yeah, there is a pull request on that one linked over to, so you can look at that. And well, not the image tools, on the code of conduct. The image tools, is there a pull request for that? I think there was a proposal maybe. But at some point, once image tools gets archived, all the pull requests and issues need to get closed out before the archive happens. Otherwise, they stay permanently open. And there was another conversation sitting out there, and this kind of opens up a little bit more for, I would say, for anybody who wants to comment on it. Because it not only affects the TOB, but also what the TOB is pinging other groups about, which is how do we somewhat try to get standardization around the various GitHub repos out there. We've got different ways of setting up maintainers on the different repos. We've got different policies for reviews, whether it needs a two-person review, whether the admins of the group are allowed to override it. So if folks see that thread and want to chime in on that, I'll link that over here as well. I think the direction we are heading on this one, and I don't know if this helps you, Ron, but once you get added to the Google group, you can just tell it to email you all the messages in there. Although I think it's to a Gmail address it's going to send the email to. I've only responded via email to these things. But in there, the conversation is going in the direction of it would be good if the TOB specified some kind of standard or default or whatever we want to call it. It's not imposed on individual projects. Individual projects can always go out there and say, we want to be different. We have reasons. But I think it would be good to make sure they're aware that they're different, because I'm not sure every group knows whether or not they've turned on that admins are allowed or not allowed to override the two-factor review and that kind of two-person review and that sort of stuff. So I think it'd be good to decide what makes the most sense for the default, and then for us to let the different groups know. But yeah, when I looked through there was a lot of inconsistencies all over the place. I see a lot of individuals that are added in different places that they're no longer, I don't think they're any longer affiliated with OCI. At least I haven't ever seen or heard of them. So it would have been several years in the past that they've done anything. So that's all I got. Like I said, I didn't really have an agenda out there. Anybody else have stuff you want to chat about, or folks just want to get out of here early and get back to doing your paying jobs? Going once, going twice. Everybody wants to run away. All right. Have a good rest of your week. If you guys think of anything you want to chat about at KubeCon, throw it in the HackMD doc. There's a section up there that we can start throwing bullet points in there. So we'll hopefully have some topics to discuss then. And otherwise, look forward to seeing folks next week. Have a good one.